You will never succeed if you are going to chase the box. It is when you chase purpose, guess what? You're going to get the box and the bag. So this is going to be a somewhat of a hard episode for some of y'all fellas because I'm talking to the men in this situation, right? This is a conversation for men to have a conversation with men. And it's this. I'm going to put it this way. Boys chase the box. Yeah, you heard what I said. Because that is what a teenager does. That's what a child does. And the unfortunate thing about chasing the box is when you develop that habit as a man, it is something you will unfortunately continue to perpetuate that will be the greatest distraction and deterrent to wealth generation. Why? Because it take a lot of time and a lot of resources and a lot of mental bandwidth, right, to play games. Whereas on the flip side, as a man, you have to understand that by chasing purpose and chasing excellence, you get all the spoils. What you have to understand is that we as men are designed to be builders. A woman is designed to be an incubator. I am designed to create. Her job is to nurture. And so where the beginning and end of this subject starts is you have to understand what a man's intention is, and you have to understand what a woman's design is. Because I'm going to tell you boys this, I'm going to tell you fellas this, is that if you don't know God and if you don't know your purpose, you are not even qualified to have the best options as it pertains to a woman. Why? Because if she cannot trust you to even define who God is, and if you will go so much against your own ability to where you won't even fight for your destiny, why should she entrust your future to her? Because what we must understand is that when a man does not know, or when a man is not fighting for his purpose, he will fight everything in his life out of the subconscious and the internal shame and embarrassment of not knowing fully who he is. So if I have to fight for purpose or fight a person, there's only one profitable outcome. That is chasing purpose, chasing excellence. Here's the other thing about why a man chasing purpose is so important, is you have to focus on the result and the outcome. Men, for you to chase the box leads to a dead end. Because even if you can temporarily get the woman, right, it's only enough life events. There's only enough time that goes by where in her natural progression, in her natural journey of life, that she's going to see you and then see an example of a man who is chasing God and purpose. Which one do you think best simulates and stimulates her nature to survive? Is the man who has a plan and vision and who is actively working after it. Because ultimately, the cute stuff, the cutesy part of it, when there's no substance and there's no leadership and there's no elevation towards a greater purpose and plan that is going to produce the ability for us to survive and thrive, she now understands you're not congruent. You're not competent to be able to level up this way in life. And yet, for the man who is chasing purpose and chasing excellence, what's going to happen? You're going to get the bag and the box going to follow. When you really pay attention to this, what this means, fellas, and I'm talking to the men right here, is what you have to understand is that delayed gratification and the diligence of seeking your purpose is going to make up for any and all lost time anyway. Because guess what? That joker can have a 5-year, 10-year, 20-year head start on you, and it ain't going to matter. Why? Because you understand that by chasing excellence, chasing God, chasing the bag, that the box follows. Why? Because it should. It is as old as the evolution of time of how this thing works. When you look at nature, right? The king lion is the one who is what? Most diligent. What a lion does to establish his dominance in his territory is, number one, he creates a perimeter. Through his own scent, he creates a perimeter. What is that saying to the other lions? Stay out of this zone. I have marked my territory through diligence, effort, and work. This is mine. And guess what happens? In the event one of the male lions crosses into his territory, into his pride, what will that lion now do? He will defend it to his death. Why? Because that is his duty. He is focused on what? His purpose. Now, he a lion, so he don't have the bag per se in that regard, but you get my point, which is this. For us to be the men that God has called us to be, we must realign what our focus and our priorities are. Because at the end of the day, there's a great book that really talks on the general purpose of what I'm discussing. Beautiful book, short book, maybe 80 pages, called Acres of Diamonds. And if you don't know, me personally, I've read over 1,000+ books. I say that not to brag. I say that because, frankly, pursuit determines desire, meaning how bad you want a thing is going to be evident in how hard you're willing to work for it and how much you're willing to be diligent. And are you willing to delay your gratification? There were many things I could have been doing while reading those 1,000 books. And one of them, what I wasn't doing, was chasing the box. Why? Because I was chasing the bag, because I knew the box would follow when the bag was right. And here's the thing. Even that is a journey. It is a process. As I shared in a previous video, it takes 5 years to figure out, 10 years to get good, 20 years to get great. Because again, the only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. So everything we doing, we working at it. We working, we grinding, we working 10, 12-hour days. We working 6 days a week, whatever it takes to pursue the call of God that he has for us. But what it means, though, fellas, is we got to stop, pause, and consider. We got to take in an inventory of what we doing and why we doing it. Because the good book says that when I became a man, I put away childish things. The childish thing we got to put set to the side, fellas, is chasing the box, because it's stupid. It's foolish. It's unwise. It doesn't lead to an outcome. And even if you can temporarily get her, I promise you, you're going to lose her. You're going to lose her to what? A real man who understands that his focus got to be God. His focus got to be purpose. That's what best produces the best outcome for the bag. And guess what? That gives you the best options of your box options. So work smarter, not harder. It's about doing the things that are going to be the most effective, not what is going to be easiest. Because anything gained overnight is going to be gone by the morning. It's what I work out that is going to be sustainable. And so in saying that, as the founder and developer of Developer Nation, I want you to partner with us where we will educate you, we will equip you, not only on personal things, but specifically professional things in terms of understanding what does it take to go from a thought idea to being that of a small or large scale real estate developer. Once we equip you, we will now give you the opportunity to partner with us, where we will bring your project in front of our capital partner sources, which are family offices, high net worth individuals, private equity hedge fund, where based on their past performance and their investment appetite, we will place that deal where it will be developed from cradle to grave. You will get to be a part of it. You will be an equity owner, because what? We are a community designed to help build each other, to nurture deals so that we can rinse and repeat to create generational wealth for our children's children. As always, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, click the link below for Developer Nation to sign up for when that app debuts, because I want you to be a part of this family. And as always, all things work together for the good of those that love God and are called according to his purpose. I'll see you in the next episode.